Hello, everybody. I'm Dr. John Matthey,
And I'm Meg Spirito.
and we are from the Slippery Rock University Student Counseling Center. And today we're going to be talking about boosting our motivation. It is that time of year that midterms and the end of the semester is coming around. And we thought this would be a good topic to talk about some tips and tricks.
So, what is motivation? It's generally defined as the desire or willingness of somebody to do something. So, it's a process that initiates, guides, and maintains goal oriented behaviors, and it involves biological, emotional, social, and cognitive forces that activate behavior for a person.
So, as Meg pointed out, what motivation is. We kind of want to go over barriers to motivation. And so we have a little bit of a list of things, and I'll go in a little bit of detail about that. But things that can be barriers to our motivation is depression or having a lower mood, and in terms that kind of just pulls us down. Keeps us in a place where we lose interest in things. We might not want to study. We might not want to do the work we're doing. And so sometimes kind of watching how our mood is, we can kind of see, and get through that barrier. Anxiety is also one. We can say that anxiety can be a form of motivation, but sometimes if we get too anxious about something, we're now thinking about all these other things that are future oriented, like what my final grade's going to be, or am I going to be able to get this done in time? That type of anxiety is going to stop us from working or studying or kind of keeping that focus. A big one is lack of sleep. Um, Sleep is really meaningful to us. We need it to survive. Um, and again, everybody has different sleep schedules and things like that. But that's also one of those self-care aspects we always talk about. Is being able to get the amount of sleep that is needed for you. A lack of purpose or meaning. And so when we talk about that, it's looking at, what means the most to you? What purpose does this serve, right? The kind of those questions we ask. And this is kind of based on our motivation to, get through finals, get through, the end of this semester. And sometimes, and this ties into the last one, seeing the big picture, right? Now we might not see that, and you might be a freshman and you're not thinking about where I'm going to be in 5 years or when I'm done graduated. And that big picture has all these other things tied into it, like these classes that might be more challenging or we might not be enjoying, or because things are online, and we lose that purpose or meaning of what we came to Slippery Rock for, and that's getting that degree. So sometimes when we lose that, we can kind of think of, hey, let's look at this big picture and where I'm going to be at, and that can kind of rearrange how we do things.
When we're talking about addressing your motivation levels, we really want to emphasize how important it is to create a balanced life. And so that involves paying attention to what you're eating. What we put in our body is really important. The food that we eat, the nutrients we get, that affects our energy level, which ultimately affects our motivation. And then maintaining an appropriate sleep schedule. Like John had said a few minutes ago about the importance of sleep. That impacts your mood and then your energy level for the day. It's also really important to stick to a routine. So the more routine your days are, typically the more productive we're able to be, and that can influence your motivation levels as well. And then also, as far as balance goes, we really want to emphasize developing a goal outside of schoolwork, even though you're in school right now and that's typically your main focus in your life. You are more than just a student. You have other aspects of who you are, and so in order to remain balanced, it's important to have goals that go beyond just getting your schoolwork done, just graduating.
To further follow up what Meg was talking about, there's other things that we can do as well. Creating a gratitude list, right? And these can be things that can just help us see that we have all these things in our life, and they might not even be school related, but it could be as simple as all right, I got a good group of friends, I have a good relationship, I'm thankful for these types of things. One of my personal favorites is developing a mantra. right? And that's really kind of, I always say it's like our little chant for ourselves. It's our little saying that we say to, give us this meaning to do something, and it can be kind of whatever you want it to be, never give up or keep going or push through it, so a lot of us can kind of develop this internal voice that has this mantra attached to it, and it kind of keeps us going where we want to go. Celebrate our small victories. And when we're looking at this, and again, we do have these huge goals, especially if you're coming into college or, you're a senior and you want to graduate. But our small victories might be, hey, you know what? I studied for an hour today. Or, hey, you know what? I was able to get up early, look over some PowerPoints, and do these types of things. Or, I just finished this chapter. So you have to take these small victories because they mean a lot. Make small attainable goals, and when we're talking about that is sometimes, and a lot of us do, and it's kind of human nature, is we make these gigantic goals that can be very challenging for us to get to, so if we're making smaller goals that lead up to this end, right, this place where you want to be, they're way more manageable than just having this gigantic goal and really no way for us to get there. Another one that is it's pretty fun to do as well is develop a physical representation of your goals. So like up in the corner, it kind of has this drawing and my goals. And so it's like something you can kind of hold and see like, okay, this is kind of the route that I need to take. These are the steps I need to do. These might be some things that get in my way that I got to figure out how I got to get through it. But sometimes when you're able to actually see it written down or on the computer or any way you represent it, a lot of times can make it a little bit, less threatening to us to be able to achieve that.
And as always, talk to somebody. We are available to meet with students, same with student support and health services. There could be, if you're experiencing a lack of motivation, there could be some underlying concerns of depression or anxiety. And we're available to talk to you guys about that. Student support is available to kind of help you through navigating just being a student. And then health services too. I mean, there could be maybe some medical concerns that are causing fatigue or lack of motivation. So you're always welcome to reach out to any of us. And then the next slide is some of the references that we use to make this slideshow.
So yeah, check those out at your leisure. And like always, thank you so much. And if there's, any questions or you need to get a hold of us, this last page will get you there. And have a great day, everybody.
Thanks.